Why your approach to something can make all the difference when negotiating. Be you to get what you deserve. I'm Jess Jarrold, qualified leadership and executive coach, specialising in connecting cross-generational talent in the tech industry. I'm a big champion of young and emerging talent. And at the end of this video, you will have the confidence to communicate your unique story because you're the only one who can tell it. Why your approach to something can make all the difference when negotiating. Be you to get what you deserve. I'm Jess Jarrold, qualified leadership and executive coach, specialising in connecting cross-generational talent in the tech industry. I'm a big champion of young and emerging talent. And at the end of this video, you will have the confidence to communicate your unique story because you're the only one who can tell it. We live in a comparison society, and let's be honest, social media does not help. Do any of these sound familiar? They look more successful than me. Someone's already doing this better than me. They know more people than I do. Every single successful person on the planet has suffered from and does suffer from imposter syndrome, but it's how they overcome it and get confident in their own story that sets them apart. Stop comparing yourself to others and ask yourself this one question. Do you even know what makes you you? So, I want you to stop for a minute and list out your top 5 values. If you're not familiar with values, a quick Google search will give you the common list. So I'm talking qualities like honesty, humour, achievement, collaboration. Have a look and have a think and get really clear on what your top 5 are. These are what make you you. And knowing who you are and what you stand for builds self-confidence. Knowing what you stand for shuts down those unhelpful comparison thoughts. And knowing why you do what you do builds resilience as you find your purpose in your work. So, we need to flip the comparison society and ask ourselves, what can I learn from others around me? What does success look like to me? So let's take this mindset and think about a future meeting you may have where you need to build your case. Whether it be a pay rise, a new role, promotion, or even a project you'd like to give input on. For all of this, you need to build your business case. Firstly, who are the decision makers? Before the meeting, identify the main decision makers. Remember, LinkedIn is your friend, and ask questions about them. What parts of the business are they interested in? How does what you want benefit them, their role, and their team? And where did they have influence in the wider business? Second, data is key. Be sure to have the data to hand to back up everything you want to say. So if you're talking about salary, please do not go off hearsay from other colleagues and friends. Research the benchmarks for your role in your specific industry. Or if you're looking for that promotion, what does it, to hand, what can support your case? What data do you have to hand to support your impact on the business outside of the job you're already being paid to do? It's all about what additional value you can bring. And thirdly, it's business at the end of the day. Please don't take things personally. You need to look beyond yourself. This is a business, not you. So how does what you need benefit the wider business? How will you being on this new project or getting that promotion speed up business results? And also, how will this benefit the business in regards to revenue or reduce team touch points, which supports profitability, which is also as positively regarded as revenue coming in. So finally, what's your plan 2 if this isn't signed off? And mentally, how could you make plan 2 your ideal plan? I always think of the 1 to 2 rule. What's the one thing you want to stand firm on and the 2 things you can be flexible on. But please, look, outside of all of this, don't forget that how you make people feel is more important and memorable by what you say, okay? They're going to remember how you make them feel, not what you say. So, I invite you to do one final exercise. The question is, what would you want people to say about you when you're not in the room? Sounds quite simple, doesn't it? But have you ever actually asked yourself that question? And now we're asking that question, and you know your values from the previous question in this video. What would you say? What would you want them to say? And remember, with your values, that's what makes you you. So, next time an imposter or unhelpful thought comes into your head before a meeting or a conversation, please ask yourself these next 3 questions and note your answers down. And you know what? It might sound corny, but I don't care. But put them somewhere. Get a post-it note, get a notepad. Put them somewhere so you can hear and see them. The questions are, what evidence do I actually have to back this unhelpful thought up? If my best friend had this unhelpful thought, what would I say? And what is a more helpful thought instead? So that's my video today, hopefully helping you negotiate and get what you deserve, but by being true to yourself and knowing what you believe in and what you stand for. Good luck, you've got this.